What's up guys, welcome back, welcome to some Automobilista 2. Now check out the slides on that thing. Now yes guys, this is what we're going to be driving today. The 1967 season skins and AI have finally come to MS2, and it's from a guy called A.i Fry. As a lot of you will know, he makes a lot of great skins, but these race brilliant, these cars, you know. A lot of people are put off by these older style F1 cars, but they're actually brilliant. They drive brilliant, they're very, very drivable. Now, I'm not sure, I'm obviously driving the Ferrari here, but I think I'm going to go with the Lotus, with Jim Clark's Lotus. You can see number 5, all here, Jackie Stewart, John Surtees, Graham Hill, Jim Clark, all here, Dan Gurney, and we're going to take it to Kyalami. This is the 1976 version of Kyalami, but there wasn't much different. It was pretty much exactly the same track in 1967, but check that out, man. That V12 Ferrari screaming away. There's 2 models that we're going to be, that you can check out. There's an engine that uses a V12, and there's obviously a V8 with a DFV engine. But yeah guys, what we'll do now is, what a sight for sore eyes that is, isn't it? Beautiful. Let's, up the inside it goes. Let's check out the models. So there's the Ferrari that I've just been driving there. It's got a naturally aspirated V12. It's got about 411 brake horsepower roughly. They've all got about roughly 400 brake horsepower, but I've been waiting for these skins to come for absolutely ages. Just check out the models there though. See all that engine exposed, and just a brilliant car. It actually makes a brilliant sound as well, this V12. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at, let's have a look. This is the Lotus. There's Jim Clark's Lotus. That's got 401 brake horsepower, but it actually is a little bit lighter. Sorry, let's check out this in the showroom. There's Jim Clark's with that famous DFV Cosworth engine in the back. It's actually it's not legit. How can I say it? Lotus 49. It's actually just Richa's own version. But what I'm surprised is, I don't know why Richa hasn't made like an official this version of the Lotus 49, because the Lotus 49 is on the game, but it's the 49C. It's the one with the wings on. So I don't, with them already having the license, and I don't know why they didn't do this version of the car. That boggles me mind. But Jim Clark, absolute legendary driver. Sadly, he lost his life though. But let's quickly check out. See, so you've got the, I think that's I could be totally wrong, but you've got a few of them. I think that's Jackie Stewart's car. Quickly check out that. Oh man, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. There's Jackie Stewart's car, but it is in the Lotus type. It is supposed to be a Lotus, I would have thought. But another great model when it gets round to it. But look at all the suspension. I do believe the Lotus 49 as well was the first car to use that the engine was a stress member of the chassis. I'm just trying to be all clever there, but I think I'm right. But let's have a look at this, because if you check this out, it's got the Honda driven by John Surtees. That Honda wasn't very reliable at all, but that's using obviously the V12. That's the V12 version. But all here, guys, I think that's quite a nice looking race car actually. But yeah guys, I don't want to keep you here too long. Put your seatbelts on. Let's fly over to South Africa. Right then, the lights are up. Let's give this V8 a rev. Oh, saucy. Oh, green already. That was pretty quick anyway. Away we go in this Lotus 49. It's not a real 49, but it's as good as. But all of there's Bruce McLaren's McLaren up the inside of it goes there. They only actually made one of them as race cars as well. Oh, that was very late on the brakes. I nearly mangled the whole thing into turn 1. I'm just going to take my time here, because the AI has been altered. If you look in the bottom left corner, you can see all the real names as well. But Bandini in front, I think he'd be in a Ferrari Bandini. But anyway, guys, do not be put off by these older type vintage race cars. On here, they're actually really drivable. They really are. Like, a lot of people think these cars just slide all over, but these ones actually don't. They've actually got decent grip. Obviously they will slide if you want them to, but coming up the inside of the Ferrari, just check out that beautiful 12-cylinder Ferrari headroom on the power nicely. into third just for a little bit, then on the brakes again. It's very easy to lock the brakes up in these cars, but one thing I have noticed since the latest update is like these cars will go into a push understeer, so if you get on the power too early, like the cars like will push into an understeer, which I don't really think it ever used to do that. You can see the rear end just lighting the rears up as we come onto the straight in the slipstream into fourth gear. I think this has got 5 gears, but a little bit of understeer there. Into fifth it has about 180 mile an hour. You're sitting on a bomb, that's what you've got to remember. These cars are so dangerous. Get on the brakes nice and early actually. Bit that throttle. Down into second gear, get the car turned in. And I'm trying to steer it with the throttle there, but as you can see, it went into a push understeer like I was on about. But there, nice little bit of, it's got a lovely balance actually. They're just very enjoyable to drive, these race cars, you know. But anyway, come and slide up the inside. Thinking about it, but not getting the brakes nice and early. Blip that throttle, but what a treat this is. These skins are from a guy called A.i Form now. If any of you have got EMS2 and you have been like modding, putting your own skins on, you know exactly who I'm on about. Now I was looking about for ages ago for this sort of skin pack in AI, but I just couldn't find it, you know, like. I was really surprised that nobody had already done it. But now it's here, the 1967 season. Any of you Grand Prix Legends fans out there, you will be happy with this. But what a great race car this is. Legendary Lotuses, you know. This one was driven by Jim Clark, who sadly went on and crashed at Hockenheim. He crashed and lost his life, but the AI's done really well as well. They actually raced pretty good. They're not all like spread out, but you know, obviously as the race goes on, they will tend to spread out, but oh, the flames! Right, get on the power nice and dead. Let's get amongst it. Right then, foot flat. Got a little lift here. Then look how with these cars having no downforce at all, you can race so close. You know, there's no dirty air comes off. Let's see if we can slip up the inside on the brakes. Very late. Into second, you can see it's backing it in. The rear end coming round on one. Oh, nice on the power, lovely there actually. But like I said, it's very easy to lock the brakes up. Very easy. You've got to be very careful with the brakes. But when you're coming on the power, like they do like to oversteer. But the way you drive these cars is, you know, you've got to slide them to get the most out of them. Like that's the way they like to be driven, is by sliding them. But since the latest update, what I have noticed on EMS2 is like it's very easy to overheat your tyres. Now even these hard bias price tyres as well, you can still overheat them very easily. Anyways, we're in the slipstream, get up the inside. Who is it? Hume. Then we've got Dan Gurney and his Eagle. Have we done him? We've pretty much done him. Right on the brakes, nice and early. Oh, backing it in, went a little bit too hot actually, but then get on the power, just nicely to rotate the car. Now this is a little bit lighter than the V12. I just think it handles like quite a lot better. It feels a lot more manageable to drive. That Ferrari's a little bit too heavy. Like when you're going into the corners, it'll oversteer a lot easier. Like on corner entry, that's just my opinion. But third gear, can we get up the inside on the brakes? Second, we've nearly got 2 of them. Can't get them up the inside on the power nicely. See what I mean about the AI? I really enjoy the AI. The AI is really good on the MS2. You can have some great races with them. You really can. Oh, big kick oversteer there. Grip that throttle. Get the nose in. I'm on the power now. Feed it, feed it, feed it, feed it, feed it. Now I'm flat. Just see a tiny little hit oversteer as well. Right, we're in 10th position. We're doing okay. Into 4th. Right then, just remember how brave these guys were, man. They were sitting on a bomb. The fuel tanks is all around you, so you're basically sitting on the fuel tanks. It's absolutely so dangerous. There's 190 mile an hour before we got on the brakes. 190 mile an hour in a cigar shaped racing bomb. Just balls of steel these guys have. Absolute balls of steel. These guys were letting the nuts hang just before they'd even got into a race car, you know. Imagine the adrenaline that was going through these drivers, how scared a lot of them would have been, you know, like, because a lot of them would have been thinking, is this my last day on earth? Because loads of people died when racing these back in the day. Loads of people. That's why Jackie Stewart, like, got all these safety regulations put inside. Jackie Stewart got a lot of safety stuff into F1, you know. It was brilliant what he done, but on the brakes, threw it in. Quite a little bit of understeer action as we come there, but there, that's what I mean, is if you, like, I like to stab the throttle. When I did it, it went into a push understeer. I can't remember it doing that. Like, there you go, like, it'll not just oversteer on, like, when you want it on tap, like, I've actually got quite a bit of grip in the fourth, getting that slipstream. Who is it? It's Graham Hill. He'll be in another Lotus in that slipstream, get nice and tucked in, and we're going to pop out and get that inside line. Lovely jubbly. See you later, Graham. Hopefully that's the last of seeing you. On the brakes, Jack Brabham's next. Get it in. Oh, there's that oversteer though. That's how these cars were driven, you know, sliding it in like that, just backing it in. Up, big kick oversteer on the exit as well. Little lift. Get it in. Cars sliding all over actually. That's how these cars were. Up in the fourth. I thought we were going to stay wide, but we didn't. Get on the brakes nice and early. Flip that throttle. Who's that? We've got Jack Brabham and Scarf. I think it's Scarfotti. I can't pronounce that name. Obviously, I think he'll be in a Ferrari. Sounds Italian. Right, go nice and early. Nice little bit of manageable oversteer in the third. Just for a second. Flip that throttle. But the engine sounds so brilliant. That really does sound like the DFV engine, you know. I know it's not officially the DFV engine, but it's the same V8 that powers a lot of the F1 cars on this game, you know. Oh, car hooked up brilliantly there, though, on the power in the third. Oh, there's Jack Brabham. See you later, Jack. Blast Jack. Next up, Scarfiotti. And then we've got Jim Clark and Jackie Stewart. Oh, some big names ahead of her. Hopefully we can catch them. Right then, check the brake points just after the green, I would say so. Oh, I've locked up big time. Get it in. Get on the power to rotate the car. Oh, lovely. Right, and can we get up the inside of this Ferrari? Can't sure take the outside line or the inside line, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, look at this though. Let's get last of the late breakers on the go. Up the inside, nice. Try leaving it in third actually. Oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe second would have helped to get the nose in a little bit better. Back it in. Oh, on the throttle nicely. Right, flip that throttle down into second. Oh, you don't want to be clipping the curb like I did there. That's not ideal. I was lucky to get away with that actually, but on the next couple of laps I think we'll have a few quiet ones. Just to get a nice listen to this Cosworth DFV V8 naturally aspirated beast. In fifth row, guys, we're actually doing well. I've got the IR 100% as well, so we're all doing quite well. I'll tell you what, let's have a few quiet ones. Reload. got Jackie Stewart and Scarfiotti in front. I think Jim Clark pitted, so he must have had something wrong with his car. I think Jim retired. Oh, I should have maybe got down into second gear there. The car like washed out wide a little bit more than what I wanted to. Little lift, then tap the brakes and back it into fourth. We're in third position though. This is a battle for the lead. This guy's, come on. What an absolute race we've got going. This is what I mean about these AI files. A.fry's done a great job with these AI files. You know what? I've got the AI on 100% here, and it's about right for my skill. I'm in a great little battle going on here. Maybe I could just make a dive bomb up the middle, up the inside, but I don't want to do that, you know. I want to race them properly, but backing it in there. Big kick over steer actually, and come out with that turn, grip that throttle onto the straight, understeer then. Now we've got to oversteer on the power. There's always some sort of steer in this car. Into fourth gear, it's getting a slipstream of the Ferrari. Oh, Jackie Stewart's backed out of it though, he's got a problem. Stewart's got a problem, he's into the pits as well. Oh, I don't know if I've got a mandatory pit stop on this, maybe I have. Or we might be getting disqualified at the end of this race. I'm not sure if I have got that. I think I have, guys. I think I've got a mandatory pit stop on, and yeah, I have. So guys, we're going to have to pit at the end of this lap. I've just realised that. Never mind, but it's good. It's going to be interesting to see where we come out. Can we get up the inside of this? I'm not going to change with tyres neither. We'll just dart in the pits, then dart out for the last couple of laps. But oh, what a battle here. I totally forgot about that mandatory pit stop. That's off the last race I had on. I was wondering why the walls starting to pit. No wonder we're so far ahead. But this is for the lead though still. You know what a great race we've got going. Right then guys, we're going to have to pit at the end of this lap. Into third gear. I think this Ferrari will be coming in as well then. Well, you will be. Because if he isn't, there's only 2 laps left. Right, and where's the pits? I've never actually pitted on this track before. Right, I'm coming in. There they are. Oh, well, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it, just to make sure. Right, we're just going to stop and go. Oh no, I don't repair the car. Oh, I forgot about that. But anyway, if that crash is going to have to repair the car. Well, we're still in second, so remember all them behind us had to pit as well. Hurry, go. Right then, off we go now. Right, let the clutch out nicely. There's a couple of cars going past for now, but waiting for it then. Release the limiter. Oh, never mind. Oh, what a shame. But I am certain that I left that mandatory pit stop on, but never mind about that. Because we would have gotten disqualified if we didn't do that, you know, so we had to. But let's get our skates on for these last couple of laps. Lost a little bit of heat out the tyres, so chucked in. Oh, on the limit round there, absolutely on the limit. Into fourth. Lost all that heat out the tyres. You can see the car just washing out wide on the brakes. Right, get it in. Use the throttle to steer the car. Just how I like it. But I thought a massive lock up actually. Need some rotation from the car there. That was not enough, not what I wanted. But that throttle, just throw it in, back it in. I'm on the raggedy edge here, like I'm absolutely on the limit here. Threading the needle. Right then. Get on the power nice and early there. That on the power so early there, you can see the car oversteering on the exit of the corner. Revving it out into fourth. Got 150 miles an hour. Revving it out into fifth. See there, I knew definitely a mandatory pit stop on because they're pitting now in the slipstream. 180 miles an hour. Nearly 190 before you get on the brakes. Flip that front nicely. Oh, never mind, but you know what, I've been wondering whether to stop putting the pit stops in these races as well. But I left that in by pure mistake. That was an absolute mistake, that. But it's actually added a nice element to the races. We go up the inside of the Brabham. Oh, come on, push him wide, Wazy. we've done him. He wanted nothing to do with that, did he? He's like, you're a nutcase, you're coming through, you. Try leaving it in third here on the power now. Oh, just flip that throttle back and in a little lock up actually. Right then, get on the power as early as possible. Decent. But you can see what I mean about these tyres. You can see we're just starting to overheat them because I'm really on the raggedy edge here. Yeah, look there, look at that, we're sliding all over on this car. But like I say, these cars like to be driven like this, you know. Backed it in on the power. There's Jim Clark, so he didn't retire, he just had his mandatory pit stop on. But we're going to have wheel-to-wheel action with Jim Clark to race the finish. 7th position. Oh yes, that was pretty brilliant that. Honest guys, that was absolutely great race. We finished 7th as well. I was thinking, anyway, what we'll do now is we'll get to the conclusion. Right then guys, what did you think of that then? Whew, that turned out absolutely crazy. I honestly swear to God, I totally forgot about having that pit stop on, but it did add a nice element to the race. But look at that man, the 1967 season. Any of you Grand Prix Legends fans will be loving this, you know. Like, I've been waiting for ages for somebody to do this, because I haven't got Grand Prix Legends and I've never played it, but I do like these cars on the Central Corsa. But they are quite different on here. What I do think about these have got a lot more grip than the Lotus 49 on the Central Corsa. Like, it's a lot easier to spin your rears up and coming out of a corner, for instance. Like, to be honest with you, this, it's actually, I don't know if this is my opinion, but these have got like a lot of grip, like more grip than what you'd think coming from these cars. But maybe it's right, but they're very drivable. If any of you out there are put off by driving these older style race cars, don't be, because especially in AMS2 they're very, very drivable, very predictable, you know. This thing's got a lovely balance. The Ferrari's a little bit harder to drive, I feel like it is, you know, but it just wouldn't be that little bit heavier, but it has got a little bit extra power, so you're going to do like a little bit more on the straights. I think about 192 I had out of that on the straights. But what an absolute blast that was. An absolute blast from the past that was, wasn't it? But yeah guys, what I'll do is I'll leave this with a couple more laps or so of this, but look at this man, check it, absolutely amazing. 3 wide both down the straight. Brilliant. Right then, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Peace from the northeast. Toodles.